I'm 77 years old and here's what I learned after 2 months in a nursing home. Advice for seniors. Have you ever stopped to think about the lessons life teaches us unexpectedly? Well, I've had my fair share of lessons, especially after spending 2 months in a nursing home at the age of 77. Honestly, if someone had told me I'd end up there, I would have laughed. It never even crossed my mind that I'd need to go, let alone at that age. But life, as we know, has a way of surprising us with challenges that push us to reflect, learn, and grow. At first, I thought I was just going in for a short stay to recover and rest. Little did I know, those 2 months would completely change my perspective on life and teach me valuable lessons that, frankly, I never expected. There, I met so many people, some had been there for years, while others were just passing through. Many were regularly visited by their families, but there were also those who hadn't had a visitor in months, even years. I remember thinking about how life sometimes isolates us, and how deeply this isolation affects not just our bodies, but our spirits as well. As I spent more time reflecting, I came to realize that regardless of age, life presents challenges and opportunities for growth. And as I watched others around me, their stories became my guide. I want to share 7 crucial lessons that I believe everyone, young or old, should learn, because one day, whether we like it or not, we'll all grow old, and when that time comes, we should know how to truly live. 1. Loneliness is the worst disease of aging. When you think of a nursing home, what comes to mind? For most, it's a place that provides medical care. But what I discovered is that the real battle is not the physical challenges of aging, it's loneliness. Many of the residents I met had no one to visit them. Their children were busy with their lives, their friends had passed away, and even though the staff did their best to care for them, they could never replace the comfort of family. The hardest thing to face in old age is realizing that life goes on without you. I came to a painful realization: I wish I had spent more time building meaningful, lasting relationships. Relationships are what make life truly worth living, not work or money. 2. Health is irreplaceable. I met a man who had once been successful, wealthy, and traveled the world. He had everything: luxury cars, properties, and the ability to do anything he wanted. But in the nursing home, his body had betrayed him. He couldn't even eat without assistance. His wealth was now meaningless. I realized that no matter how much money you have, it's nothing if you're not healthy. Health truly is the most precious thing in life. If I could go back, I would have taken better care of my body, exercised regularly, eaten healthier, and learned to manage stress. Health is something money can't buy back, and it's the foundation of everything we do. 3. Material possessions lose their value. I used to own a house full of furniture, clothes, and knickknacks that I had collected throughout my life. But now, living in a small room with only the essentials, I realize that none of those possessions matter. They've all faded into the background. What truly matters, what stays with you, are the memories you make and the people you've shared your life with. If I could go back, I would prioritize creating memorable moments over accumulating material goods. Stuff will always lose its meaning, but the love and connections we build last forever. 4. Independence is a gift. When you're young and independent, it's easy to take things for granted. You decide what to do, when to do it, and how to live your life. But one day, that independence may slip away. And then, you'll realize just how precious it was. In the nursing home, I saw residents who could no longer do even the simplest tasks for themselves. They needed help with dressing, eating, or even going to the bathroom. It made me appreciate my own independence even more. If you're still able to do things on your own, don't take it for granted. It's a gift that can be lost in the blink of an eye. 5 True happiness lies in simple things. I met an 85-year-old woman who was always smiling. She didn't have much, but she was content. When I asked her about the secret to her happiness, she said something simple but profound: I don't focus on what I've lost. I enjoy what I still have. That stuck with me. Happiness doesn't come from big things or grand achievements. It comes from appreciating the little moments, a conversation with a friend, a cup of tea, or the feeling of the sun on your face. We often search for happiness in distant places or future accomplishments, but it's right here, in the present. Learn to appreciate the small things, because they are what truly make life rich. 6 Forgiveness brings peace. I saw a lot of people at the nursing home carrying grudges. Some were angry at their children, others at old friends, and some were still holding on to past wounds. What struck me was that the ones holding on to bitterness seemed to be the ones who suffered the most. They weren't hurting the people they were angry at, they were only hurting themselves. One woman told me how she regretted not forgiving her sister before she passed away. That really made me think. Holding on to anger doesn't hurt the other person, it only eats away at you. So, I made a choice. I decided to forgive, not because they deserved it, but because I deserved peace. Letting go of anger has freed me in ways I never imagined. 7 Every day is a gift. One morning, I woke up to hear that a resident had passed away in his sleep. He had shared dinner with his friends and had seemed perfectly fine. Life is fragile, and it reminded me just how precious each day is. We often spend too much time worrying about things that might never happen, or regretting things that can't be changed. We say, I'll do it someday, but sometimes that someday never comes. The greatest lesson I've learned is to live fully every day. Don't wait for the perfect moment to enjoy life, it doesn't exist. Create memories now. Tell the people you love how important they are. Don't wait, because life is too short. In the end, what I learned in those 2 months wasn't just about aging, it was about living. Life isn't measured by the years we have, but by how we live each of those years. I've met people in the nursing home who had no regrets because they lived fully, loved deeply, and found peace. And then there were others who wished they had lived differently. They wished they had made different choices, taken different paths. Aging is not about counting the years left, but about living each one to its fullest. Now, I'm not afraid of old age. But I fear wasting time. If you're reading this, no matter how old you are, I want to remind you, don't wait until it's too late to realize the value of health, relationships, and purpose. When all you have left are memories, you'll wish you'd created more. Life is short, so live meaningfully, love without hesitation, and never take any day for granted. Let me share with you a story that truly highlights what I've learned. one that came from an encounter with a woman I met during my stay at the nursing home. Her name was Margie, and she was 82 years old. Unlike many others, Margie was never without a smile. She always had a positive outlook, even though she had faced her share of hardships. One afternoon, as we sat together in the courtyard, I asked her about the secret to her peaceful demeanor. She paused for a moment, then began to speak, her voice soft yet filled with wisdom. "You know," she said, "I've lived a long life. I've seen things that some people couldn't even imagine. But if there's one thing I've learned, it's that you can't change the past. You can't go back and fix things. But you can change how you look at it. You can find peace in the present moment, no matter how hard it gets." Margie went on to tell me about her late husband, who had been her soulmate for over 50 years. She described their life together, how they had raised children, built a home, and traveled the world. But in the later years, her husband's health deteriorated, and she was left to care for him alone. She admitted that it was hard, emotionally and physically draining. "There were times," she said, "when I felt so tired and so alone. But I always told myself, he needs me, and I will be here." I was struck by the resilience in her voice. Even though her husband had passed away 5 years ago, she still spoke of him with such love and gratitude. "I don't have everything I once had," Margie continued, "but I have my memories, and I have the love that still fills my heart. That's what keeps me going. You see, it's not about the material things, the houses, or the cars. It's about the love we share, the memories we create, and the peace we make for ourselves." Her words resonated deeply with me, reminding me of the importance of living in the present and cherishing every moment, no matter how small. Margie had found her peace, not in the past or in the future, but in accepting her life as it was and focusing on what truly mattered. I think of her often. Her story is a powerful testament to the lessons we should all carry with us. The idea that, no matter our age or circumstances, it is possible to find peace and happiness in the simple things, in love, in forgiveness, and in the relationships that truly matter. When you're in a nursing home, surrounded by reminders of life's fragility, it becomes clear that the true value of life lies not in how much you accumulate, but in how much you give and receive from those you love. And as Margie showed me, peace comes when you choose to appreciate the here and now, no matter what's been lost along the way. As we reach the end of today's journey, I want you to take a moment to reflect on what truly matters. Life isn't about the years we accumulate, but about how we choose to live each one. It's about the relationships we build, the memories we create, and the peace we find in the present moment. Just like Margie, who taught me that peace comes from acceptance and love, we too have the power to make every moment count. So, I encourage you to think about your own life. Are there relationships you need to nurture? Is there forgiveness that needs to be offered? Have you been waiting for the perfect moment to live fully, when in fact, that moment is now? Don't wait for life to pass by, seize it today. If this video resonated with you, I invite you to join this community. Subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's start a conversation about how we can live more meaningfully, how we can find peace, and how we can create a life we'll never regret. Your stories, your experiences, and your insights matter. Together, we can inspire one another to live our best lives. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you. Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, take care of yourself, cherish every day, and remember today is the day to live fully.